Dear presidents, ministers, entrepreneurs, innovators, and angel investors. In today's rapidly evolving business landscape, the need for diverse and inclusive entrepreneurship has gained significant recognition. The key to fostering an environment where entrepreneurs from diverse backgrounds can flourish lies in the development of robust business ecosystems. The World Business Angel Investors Week 2024 aims to explore the significance of diversity and inclusion in entrepreneurship. It will also delve into such strategies for entrepreneurs to collaborate with a variety of stakeholders, working towards the creation of more supportive and equitable business environments. The World Business Angel Investors Week, globally coordinated by the World Business Angel Investment Forum, an affiliated partner of the G20 Global Partnership for Financial Inclusion, serves as a platform for stakeholders to pause and reflect on their rapid journey. It seeks to analyze the reasons and methods for leveraging smart finance as an essential financial tool for economic growth. Additionally, the week emphasizes how entrepreneurial ecosystems can generate more jobs, wealth, and social justice through collaboration with key players in early-stage equity markets. This week-long initiative provides an open forum for connecting, learning, sharing, showcasing innovations, and exchanging knowledge to advance entrepreneurship, innovation, and angel investment ecosystems. The WBEF asserts that building stronger business ecosystems with a focus on diversity and inclusion is a shared responsibility. Entrepreneurs, investors, governments, and corporations all play pivotal roles in creating an environment where everyone has an opportunity to succeed. Through fostering collaboration and implementing inclusive strategies, we can cultivate a thriving entrepreneurial landscape that mirrors the diverse tapestry of our global community. With this in mind, the stakeholders of the World Business Angel Investors Week have agreed on the theme for this year's week: fostering diversity and inclusion in entrepreneurship, building stronger business ecosystems. Throughout this special week, all stakeholders and participants will take a moment to reflect on their rapid progress, assessing the necessity of business transformation and its role in fostering entrepreneurship and innovation crucial for thriving in the 21st century economy. Additionally, there will be discussions on how entrepreneurial ecosystems can drive job creation, wealth generation, and social equity, particularly in collaboration with key players in early-stage equity markets amidst the post-pandemic economic landscape. I would like to thank in advance all the stakeholders and partners who will be contributing to World Business Angel Investors Week 2024. They will be highlighting the importance of stronger business ecosystems to foster diversity and inclusion in entrepreneurship, the theme of this year's event. I would like to thank the organizing committee and colleagues who will be taking roles as country chairs and co-chairs, global partners, keynote speakers, and panel speakers. Their combined efforts will create value for the world's startup economies, not only during this week, but in the future as well. They will focus on harnessing the collective knowledge of the world's most influential women leaders, policymakers, entrepreneurs, and artists with a view to addressing critical issues of early-stage equity markets in the new normal. The Week 2024 will also be a great platform from which to campaign for solutions to critical issues and other worldwide concerns at the United Nations, the European Union, and in G20 countries. The ultimate goal of all of the week's keynotes, discussions, presentations, and workshops is to agree on a common roadmap for entrepreneurs, startups, and SMEs that will enable them to emerge from this pandemic period even stronger than they were before. I'm pleased to announce the advancement of the week at the World Congress of Angel Investors, WIBAF 2024, the premier gathering of equity and capital markets worldwide. Scheduled for November 19th and 20th, the World Congress will take place at the Four Seasons Hotel, Bahrain Bay. We extend a warm invitation to all global stakeholders to join us in Bahrain for the World Congress of Angel Investors. It is important to note that WIBAF 2024 Bahrain will be held under the patronage of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister of Bahrain, Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa. We express our sincere gratitude to His Royal Highness for his unwavering commitment to fostering global economic empowerment through entrepreneurship, innovation, and angel investments. In conclusion, I am confident that each participant in World Business Angel Investors Week until next Sunday will benefit from the collaborative ideas, know-how exchange, training programs and workshops, and global networking opportunities that are offered. I believe that by working together across borders with a common vision and smart dynamics in mind, we are well placed to bring about positive change in the global economy. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning from beautiful Macedonia. It is a profound honor to open the Macedonian contribution to the esteemed World Business Angel Investors Week 2024. This gathering signifies a remarkable convergence of minds and visions dedicated to shaping the future of global entrepreneurship. In today's rapidly evolving business landscape, the need for robust and dynamic business ecosystems has never been more critical. This week, from June 17 to June 23rd, we come together to explore the immense value that well-developed entrepreneurial ecosystems bring to our economies and to develop strategies that ensure entrepreneurs can thrive. The World Business Angel Investors Week, under the global coordination of the World Business Angel Investment Forum, in partnership with the G20 Global Partnership for Financial Inclusion, serves as an essential platform. It is widely recognized that the true potential of our entrepreneurial ecosystem can only be unlocked when we embrace diversity and foster inclusion. It is time for us to pause and reflect on our collective journey to examine how we can leverage smart finance as a critical tool for economic growth, and to understand the transformative power of entrepreneurial ecosystems in generating jobs and wealth. Throughout this week-long initiative, we have the unique opportunity to connect, learn, and share our experiences. We will showcase inventions and innovations, exchange valuable knowledge, and work together to advance the realm of entrepreneurship, innovation, and angel investment ecosystems. The importance of this collaboration cannot be overstated, as it is throughout working together that we can create more supportive and equitable business environments. As we gather here, I would like to take a moment to share some of the experiences and positive examples from Macedonia that highlight our commitment to entrepreneurship and innovation. Macedonia, a country rich in cultural heritage and resilience, has made significant strides in fostering an entrepreneurial spirit. One of our notable success stories is the rise of IT and technology sector. Our companies have not only established themselves as key players in the global market, but have also created numerous job opportunities for young Macedonians. These companies and individuals exemplify how innovation and a forward-thinking mindset can drive economic growth and provide a platform for talented individuals to excel. The potential of Macedonia in this manner is substantial. Our country's strategic location in Southeast Europe, combined with a growing talent pool and an increasingly supportive business environment, positions us well to become a hub for innovation and entrepreneurship. The ongoing effort to enhance digital infrastructure and the continuous support for startups and SMEs are laying a strong foundation for future growth. The entrepreneurial spirit in Macedonia is not a new phenomenon. Our history is replete with examples of individuals who have demonstrated ingenuity and resilience. Today, we must harness the spirit and channel it into creating businesses that not only succeed locally, but also compete on the global stage. One of our key strengths is the talent pool that exists within our borders. Macedonian universities produce graduates with a strong foundation in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, fields that are critical to the success of modern enterprises. By fostering closer collaboration between academia and industry, we can ensure that our educational institutions are aligned with the needs of the market, producing graduates who are ready to innovate and lead. Today we have just few inspiring examples regarding the development of the Macedonian startup ecosystem. One of our speakers, Igor Majov, and the initiatives the Startup Macedonia Association have played a crucial role in nurturing early-stage companies by providing mentorship, networking opportunities, and access to funding. Throughout collaborative efforts with international partners and investors, Macedonian startups have been able to scale their operations and compete on a global stage. Today, with us, we also have Toshe Kotsevsky, President of Business Angels Macedonia, President of Picon Opus Invest, and also WeBEP Mentor. With a robust skill set that includes business intelligence, ERP business strategy, business analysis, management consulting, and more, Toshe Kotsevsky contributes valuable insights to the industry. Today with us, we also have Goga Rafailovsky, CEO of Southeast European University Tech Park and IP consultant, with more than 15 years of successful career in managing startup centers, incubators, accelerators, and tech parks. The tech park in which he is involved has a clear goal to create conditions to stimulate the creation of new startup companies, creating a synergy between the companies and encourage the growth of existing SMEs, which in the long term provides new job opportunities. Today with us, we also have Ivona Trajanovska, founder and president of the Union of Young Entrepreneurs Phoenix Rising, and also co-founder of her own brand Profit Fizz. Her platform, Phoenix Rising, which is a platform for young business mind to connect, collaborate, and innovate, it's an organization that has grown to 79 members. Today with us, we also have Laza Tripkov, graphic designer, a visual artist, university professor, and board member and coordinator at Inox Center for Innovations. Inox Center for Innovation is a co-working space in the heart of the city, in the heart of the Skopje, which is a place for ecosystem events, for incubation and acceleration programs, for hackathons, ideathons, and boot camps, which is a place for high-quality networking. Inox attempts to be a catalyst for innovation, nurturing a community of forward thinkers who will drive positive change. These few examples from Macedonia underscore the importance of fostering a supportive entrepreneurial ecosystem. They highlight how innovative thinking and collaborative environment can lead to a remarkable achievement, driving economic growth and social progress. But it is really important together to overcome the obstacles and face the challenges as well. It is not only important to detect and point out the problems and anomalies, but to offer solutions and to keep offering solutions, to be creative, innovative, and brave, to be pragmatic and practical in order to achieve valuable effects. As we embark on this week of discussions, workshops, and networking, let us be inspired by the potential of our collective efforts. Together, we can drive meaningful change and create a world where entrepreneurship knows no bounds. Thank you, and I look forward to a week of insightful dialogue and fruitful collaboration. Now, please enjoy the keynote speeches and our panel that we prepared exclusively for you and for this remarkable event. Thank you.
Hi everyone, thank you very much for having me. My name is Toshe Kotsevsky. I am the president of Business Angel in Macedonia and also president of the Picon Opus investment company that are active in investments. Good morning, bonjour, dobry dzień, guten tag, buen dia. It's my privilege today to speak about the fostering diversity and inclusivity in entrepreneurship. Those concepts are most important in forming and developing good business ecosystem. So how we can do it? How we can foster diversity and inclusivity in entrepreneurship? There is many ways, but I will point it out the most important one. So the first one is that we need to make inclusive policy and practices within our organization, which means to promote equality and prevent discrimination together with awareness, especially for the leadership. The second one, we need to support founders and provide a funding and mentorship. So when the diverse groups are supported, they will be more successfully and inspire other entrepreneurs. The third one is to cultivate inclusive work environments, which is also matters. The inclusive culture makes a better workplace and better results, also which lead to the better outcomes. The fourth one is to build community and network by creating events and forums so we can make the sense of the belongings and of opportunities. Those can be physical spaces like co-working space, hubs, virtual networks, online forums, and social media groups. Fifth one is creating the partnership that are with the same values and those are promoting also diversity and inclusions, which making much bigger fostering for the same. The benefit of all above said are profound. Diverse teams are very innovative and this leads to creative solutions and increase the market reach. Some of them are that of the benefits are improve the financial performance, which is a productive and engaged workforce, which can lead to increased profitability and business growth. The one of other benefits are that is increased market reach. Businesses that embrace diversity are better equipped to understand and serve diverse customer segments. This can lead to a broader and more loyal customer base. Also, the one of many are stronger community relationship, which is inclusive businesses build stronger a relationship with their communities. By supporting local diverse entrepreneurs, businesses can foster economic growth and develop within those communities. This creates a positive feedback loop, which the success of diverse business benefits the wider community and is turned in the community to support those businesses. In conclusion, fostering diversity and inclusion in entrepreneurship is not only the right thing to go, but also a strategic imperative for business success. By implementing inclusive practices, supporting diverse founders, and building strong networks, we can create a more dynamic and resilient entrepreneurial ecosystems. On the end, I will just promote, let us commit to make diversity and inclusion a priority in our businesses and in our entrepreneurial efforts. Together, we can build a stronger, more inclusive future for all. Thank you very much and goodbye to the next event.
Hi, everyone. My name is Igor Mazhov, President of Startup Macedonia and Investment Director of Nest Group. It's a great pleasure to be part of the Investor Week and talk on behalf of Startup Macedonia and the investment activities we are doing in Nest to the members of World Business Angel Forum. So without further ado, I prepared a very short presentation so I can kind of give you a little bit more insight into what we are doing with the organization and the investment activities. So, as I said, I'm investment facilitator and angel investor myself, invested in 7 angel rounds until now and over 22 million into 20 startups from Southeast Europe. did a little failures, lots of successes, but here we are to talk about more on how we created the ecosystem that we have today. So in 2016, we came together a number of individuals who are startup enthusiasts, investors, ecosystem players, to create an organization that would develop the ecosystem from the bottom up, as a force to support startups and also connect the existing actors and fill in the gaps of the ecosystem. We started by defining what startups are. So we are tackling only companies that are younger than 6 years old, with products that are implementing technology, innovation that are very scalable, and therefore they're very risky, but have a lot of growth potential. So if the companies fit under this, we are able to work with them. We started to gather all this data, and with the first research we did, we created the platform 2017 that connects the community to everything the startups need in order to grow. So now you can visit www.startupmacedonia.mk and understand more about what is there for startups. We are not just national, we are also working regional, and we have a lot of activities in the country. So 14 cities and growing. Majority of the activities are in Skopje as a capital, where 65% reside. Although we see more and more companies opening in the other parts of the country, like Ohrid, Bitola, Strumica, Tetovo, etc. We're targeting companies that are just before formation until they're reaching venture capital and forward. So from using the Startup Commons metrics of the developed ecosystem, we're working from when there is a vision fit and founders commitment up until they're able to scale. More than 300 startups in North Macedonia currently, a growth from 100 that we had in 2018. 4,000 employees with the highest salary in the country, which is what we are very proud of. Average founder is 33 years old, and 72% of startups are targeting foreign markets predominantly, which means we're global firms, and from day one, they're thinking about the global markets. At Startup Macedonia, we have different types of services, mostly around events that should bring together all these stakeholders, organize activities such as accelerator, incubators, hackathons, organize reports to collect data in order for government and for institutions to make good judgment on programs. And of course, matching startups with corporates and investors is what we do. There are several challenges as every young ecosystem. We identify 3, and we target access to market, access to world know-how, and access to funding as our 3 primary focus. We do this through projects, events, and different initiatives. Just to name a few, we did some data that you can go and dig deeper. If you're looking to start a business out of Macedonia and tackle the European market, still being outside of EU, but having very close presence, Macedonia is a great place for that, with a thriving ecosystem. So the guidebook for launch in Macedonia is something that can come handy. Other than that, we have the Connecting Macedonian Startup Ecosystem report that we're issuing every 2 years. A new one, it's soon to be released, where you can go deeper into the types of companies and what are the companies are working on. And the third part is the policy. As we mentioned, working with government, this was specifically designed in order to create a new form of investing through a convertible loan. Everything of that, it's on Startup Macedonia platform. Joining the platform is the part for mentoring. So all foreigners who would like to access startups are able to register as a mentor and have free consultation with them and start their journey on developing this relationship between growing startups and mentors from abroad. There are many opportunities for young entrepreneurs. We try to limit ourselves to few that we're organizing ourselves, and others that are organized by our partners. Startup Weekend is our staple hackathon twice a year, once in Ohrid, once in Skopje. Startups are being formed and going through this hyper acceleration weekend system. Several initiatives and bootcamps are also happening in order to produce more and more deal flow. In order to support the companies that have already made it, we try to promote them as much as possible. So a year and a half ago, we started with something called Startup of a Month. It's an initiative that was really a way for us to do monthly meetups and promote one startup. So far, there are 20 startups that are being promoted. Most of them are having investment already growing to foreign markets. And we are very proud that we can see a mixture between local foreign founders creating solutions out of Macedonia and utilizing everything that the country has to offer. All these companies that are successful join together under Startup Macedonia Founders Club in order to promote some of the values that startups need, and founders need the support in order to thrive. It's not easy being a founder, trying to grow out of a country that is with a so small market. Therefore, we try to match them with investors and diaspora through different kinds of meetups and activities. But to make it much easier for the startups, we also initiated discussions with the government. 2 years ago, the first success case of a change of the law, trade law, to allow convertible loan to be as an investment instrument towards startups. More than 15 startups that I know of have been invested through this mechanism so far, and we see this as an opening a door to what follows now, which is the law on business angels, an initiative from the Ministry of Economy that we're supporting, and with connection of all the ecosystem players, try to create a better investment ecosystem. There are sources of funding, although startups will say there is never enough funding. There are banks, government institutions, such as the Fund of Innovation, investing close to 500 million in different types of technology projects. I would say around 50 million being invested into startups. More and more, the angel activity is getting traction. With just last year of 2 angel funds, angel clubs being registered, Keresu Forum and Zephyr Angels, on top of the existing Seed Macedonia Angels and I2BAN. We are still early into developing great success stories, even though there are no unicorns yet, although we are surrounded by countries that just had their unicorns in the last year. So it's just a matter of time when it follows. Therefore, we need to point out there is an activity of investment, especially 2023 was a big year for Macedonian startup, although for international was not that much. We registered one of the first bigger equity rounds in Angel, in FinCup, Acceleration, Airport Briefing, Conceptiva received from small VCs in the region, Packet MK as well, Upshift and Native Teams as one of the bigger rounds that we have so far. These are all companies that have been developed entirely from Macedonia with Macedonian founders. We coined something as a term called future unicorns with Macedonian DNA. These are all companies that have connections to the country, with either the founders being from Macedonia or a majority of their team being in the country. They are registered elsewhere. For example, Cognizant, it's in UK, Slice is in US, Kumo as well, Causal is in UK. What is interesting for all of them is that they're utilizing AI to the fullest. Cognizant even having a patent on AI, just mentioning how much the technology and mathematical acumen of the country, of the talent is here, creating AI solution for the global market. Combined, all these companies that we see here have more than 230 million being invested so far. And there are 10 plus number of rounds on top of this 4 that we know of that have this type of structure being founded elsewhere with also activities and operations in Macedonia. In order to have a thriving ecosystem, there needs to be some cases of exits. Finally, in the past 2 years, we had the first exit with a combined exit value of about $500 million or 500 million to all these companies. This is what it's proving, that you can build solutions and you can also exit solutions at a great value coming from the country. In order to prepare more of those type of companies to go through this process, it takes time, it takes resources. So Startup Macedonia Nest created the investment readiness program, which is going to launch on next week, 22nd of June. The idea is that we gather the best startups from Western Balkans, not just North Macedonia, and guide them through a process and connect them to investors in order to get as many possible deals by the end of 2025. So this is going to happen, and all these companies going through an online program. It's open for whoever wants to join as an investor to evaluate the companies and review. So please share, connect with me if you like more details. Of course, online is great, but nothing beats a physical event. So I would like to invite you all on the 3rd to 5th of October in Skopje to just celebrate technology, artificial intelligence, and investment as an opportunity to meet all the finalists from the investment readiness program, but also around 100 startups from Western Balkans and Southeast Europe who are looking to fundraise, looking to connect with corporates, creating some amazing products for the global market. So yes, that was all from my side. If you like to connect, scan the screen on behalf of Startup Macedonia. If you like to send me some details and would like to connect to some amazing deal flow of about 50 companies that are fundraising currently, you can connect via email. Thank you very much for the opportunity, and hope that we have a chance to meet each other in person. Yeah, so that was me from Skopje, North Macedonia. Thank you once again. Bye.
Live from Macedonia, from the heart of the capital. I'm so grateful to host and to moderate this wonderful panel as a Macedonian contribution to the World Business Angel Investor Week, which is coordinated by WBEF, World Business Angel Investment Forum, affiliated part of G20 with the Global Partnership for Financial Inclusion. Today for you, we have wonderful speakers, distinguished guests, individuals that contributed a lot in the past, and they have still much more to contribute in our environment, in our economy, in our entrepreneurial spirit. And I'm so grateful that they accept our invitation, and we're gonna have a beautiful contribution to this prestigious event. And I'm once again so grateful to host this and to be able to discuss with my fellow participants today. So let me just introduce you with them at the beginning. Today with us we have Boba Rafalski, which is COO of Southeast European University Tech Park and also an IP consultant. We have Ivona Trajavska, which is the founder and president of Union of Young Entrepreneurs Phoenix Rising and also co-founder of ProfitVis, right? And Laza Tripko, graphic designer, visual artist, university professor, and board member coordinator at Inox Center for Innovation, where basically we are hosting this event today. So, without any further ado, I'd like to start with you, if you don't mind. I'd just like to highlight several activities that you were involved in the past, especially with your tech park, which is a technology park which is located on Southeast European University campus in Teto, in Macedonia, which is opened in 2013, right? And at the beginning, you stated that you have a clear goal to create conditions to stimulate the creation of new startup companies, create a synergy between the companies and to encourage the growth of existing SMEs, which is in the long term will provide new job opportunities. And also you add that the vision of the very center is to create an environment within the university that will forge closer ties and enduring links between academia and industry to convert knowledge and expertise into action, production and investment. With that, you have a strong mission to foster an entrepreneurial culture and commercialize scientific and technological knowledge. So my question will be in that direction as well, because I would really like to hear from your position as a CEO of the Tech Park. Can you a little bit elaborate how the park basically achieved this mission? What are the key elements that you contribute in achieving of this mission and key components? And what is the impact that the center had in the local economy in Teto, but also in Macedonia as well?
Yeah, first, thank you for having me on this great panel. Like you said, the technology park has started like 11 years ago, back in 2013. And actually it started like a pilot project of the university. Say, okay, what can we as a private university at that time do to foster the entrepreneurship mindset primarily among the students that are on the university campus. And we kind of started this technology park that will provide trainings, but also services and general entrepreneurship skills to the students. Back in the day, the entrepreneurship culture was not so developed on a local, regional, and national level as well. So we kind of improvised some of the activities in order to boost the students to become entrepreneurs. I must say that as any other startup, we kind of actually pivoted through the years. So the first 2 years were like, okay, we're gonna start some projects, we're gonna start some trainings and see how it goes and where it goes. And then actually after 2 years, we kind of incorporated. We became a for-profit organization, still funded by the university and by the University Foundation, but we kind of took the matter seriously and start developing startups and spin-offs from university students, but also from alumni from our programs. And that's how we created like training models, we created incubation program, we created co-working space and start developing let's say the regional ecosystem at first. And something interesting actually happened. A lot of scale-ups that we considered companies that already have products or services, already have teams and traction and are incorporated, said to us, okay, you know guys, what, you have excellent conditions for scale-ups. Why can you provide such package, let's say, for us that we can start working on the university, recruit some students at the university and then begin to scale up. So we kind of consider that then we kind of shifted from, okay, student entrepreneurship to more scale-up entrepreneurship and delivered some packages that are suitable for scale-ups. That means you can come now to the university and we have one-turn access key to, let's say, to laboratories, to infrastructure, to student services, but also career center and all these services that actually the university has. And this is a very good package for scale-up because they get it in one place. And as the time continues, we develop more and more services, being more proactive in the national and let's say Western Balkan startup ecosystem. And nowadays we have incubation program, acceleration program, and we actually boosted the entrepreneurship, not only just in Teto and in Polo region, but also in wider Macedonia. So, yeah.
I mean, the mission that you're doing to cultivate entrepreneurial culture among faculty, researchers and students is really valuable. And one of your goals is to provide new job opportunities. So can you discuss a little bit how successful the park has been achieving this goal for the job opportunities, especially for the young people there in Teto? I mean, do you have any stories that you're really proud of that you can point out as positive examples?
Yeah, we have certain metrics on the new jobs creation and how many people are working in the companies that are currently in the tech park. So I'm glad to announce that nowadays we have more than 250 jobs, new jobs created in the tech park. I think 21 or 22 companies are now located in the tech park. They're making millions in revenue. They're all working, except Macedonian market, on the global markets like Germany, DACH region, USA, Asia, and other countries. And these 250 new jobs are not just regular jobs. We are so proud that we can create tech jobs. That means they have added value, they boost the economy, they boost the technology and the technological readiness of our startups and scale-ups. And actually, they're well-paid jobs. So not only opening new local jobs for the local market, but also boosting the technology, boosting the innovation and the creativeness of the people working there. That has double effect. And I often say that we don't just invest into startup, but we invest also in people. And we hope that these kind of people will stay in the economy, create additional products or services, maybe in 5 years, 10 years, but they'll definitely boost the economy in the longer perspective.
Wow, that's wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. So let's continue with Joran. You basically dedicated your career to improving health and also entrepreneurship in Macedonia, and this was basically shown by your role as a co-founder of your brand, ProFitvis, right? And in the past, you experienced several challenges, and also you got some funds from the Fund of Innovation and Technology Development. Then you continue to work with your dedication towards the establishment of a good product line. Basically, you expand your product line from 3 to 50 items in several months, which is amazing. And as previously mentioned at the beginning, you're also the founder and president of the Union of Young Entrepreneurs Planet Rising, which is basically a platform from young business minds to connect, collaborate, and also to innovate. And this organization, if I'm not wrong, already has more than 78, 9 members, right? Yeah. And regarding this, can you share with us what is the vision of this union, basically? Because the goal is to build a stronger community that fosters creativity and entrepreneurial spirit. So how are you working to achieve this vision, basically? What is your approach and what are the key initiatives that you're being involved in recent times?
Ivan, thank you for the invitation. I'm glad to be here with these two guys, successful guys. So the mission of the union is to collaborate and firstly to create the ecosystem, because if you know what ecosystem is, it's a network of living creatures that interact with each other. So the point is that we are not interacting here in our Western Balkans countries. So one of the important things was that firstly to create this ecosystem and start from that. So it is like a bottom-up approach. We didn't get some first big projects and start doing this, but we just combined, collaborate, and then we started creating projects from the things that are missing here. So for example, we were missing regional cooperation. First what we did, we made a trilateral agreement with the Union of Young Entrepreneurs from Montenegro and Serbia. Immediately we had a successful project. It was funded by the Western Balkans Fund. The project manager from the fund was I haven't seen a project like this. This was really successful. Please apply on the next one, which we did and got one more time. And they were like, from 270 applicants, your project was one of the with best points. So it must mean something that we are doing the right thing here. Despite this, we are doing networking every month, which is very important for young people because they want to feel like they belong somewhere. It is not just to create events just to be the event and then the life goes on. No, the point is for people to connect and then to have some results from it. For example, yes. For example, we exist only 1 year now. 1 and 4 months, and we have more than 100 collaborations between the entrepreneurs and members of this union, and also with some entrepreneurs from the other countries, which for me is something that I'm really proud of, and I hope that we will continue on this path.
Wow, congratulations on that. You mentioned, when I was reading your information on the site, that one of your missions is to include includes advocating for policies and to support entrepreneurship and innovation. So, according to you, what specific policy changes do you we need, and are a necessity here in Macedonia to create a more favorable environment for young entrepreneurs?
One of the most important is people here are with the mentality of surviving. That is because we don't have the seed funding which we need. For every young person who wants to start something, they're also thinking if they will survive, not just to create this product. So one of the, maybe you read the declaration that we made, yes, which I think only one party recognized this, the failing one, because probably they needed some support now. Yes, but we are not doing anything with politics. We wanted to do this to be recognized by not just the government, I mean on a regional level. That's why maybe you found me and I can share this with you. So one of the most important thing is to be supported by the government. I mean, I can see in other countries when a startup is opening, if they get a loan from a bank, the government supports this. So the point is the government should be partially involved in the taking a loan from a bank when it's a startup.
Right.
This was the most important one.
Okay. Professor Tripov, as I mentioned at the beginning, you're a graphic designer, visual artist, also university professor, but you're involved in the newly established Inox Center for Innovation, where we're basically hosting this event. And basically Inox is a co-working space, which is located in the heart of the city. Also, it's an event center, but it's much more than that because it offers a lot of acceleration programs. It should serve as basically, as you mentioned, a couple of months ago, a place for happiness. I really like that. So can you elaborate a little bit more on this? Because since this Center of Innovations has recently been established, I would like to hear the vision of this place. Where do you see, on the short and long term, the very path of this newly established center?
Thank you very much. We are colleagues, so I really appreciate your efforts in doing and pushing everything on a foster band to succeed in not just promoting our country, but being part of a great idea and a great story. I'm really glad that I'm sharing that position with you here at Inox as well. Thank you very much also for inviting me to participate together with these wonderful two guests. This is something that we really cherish and we want to upgrade and upscale it in our activity in Inox. And I'm really even more glad that we have Gogo with us here, because I remember when I was a coordinator for creative industries in the Ministry of Culture in Macedonia, we tried a lot in 2013 just to establish this kind of activities, and one of the ideas and one of my pushing up limits was in that time to impose a tax relaxation towards startups and freelancers, especially because what our mapping showed up is that we have more than 30,000 freelancers living in Macedonia that are not being treated like local investment and a huge creative potential, what Estonia did. Instead of that, they were forced to take their financial findings abroad and then also collect the money from different kind of ways of getting their salaries promptly. I'm glad that if these issues can be overcome now with maybe with the new political constellation that is coming, because they promise that they will do many things in this favor. Regarding Inox, Inox is amalgam of the Macedonian complex society. First of all, we don't have a clear strategy on where our country is heading regarding the development of the technology. Even that the most important instrument that was called Fund for Innovation was overused in many political situations. We didn't see any clear perspective. We saw many projects that were intangible with the general idea. It was overused. So generally, Inox, if we set a solid ground for honesty and providing happiness through that, I believe that we can overcome all the difficulties and be the element that is going to introduce and create policies, especially inspire those kind of activities. Otherwise, Inox doesn't have a bright future as just a co-working space. It should offer many other possibilities. Definitely the end goal would be a technological park, because this is what thinks slowly develop and future context of that is the guidelines where we would like to proceed.
And we have a positive example.
We have, yes.
I would also say Google will for sure help you to establish this.
More than welcome.
That's why I said at the beginning that I'm even much more happy to be here, because that path is joint path with our guests here, because they can provide us with a negative experience, which is much more important for us in order to make the positive outcome of everything. And also Inox should be a center for ideas, approximately, to be much more specific, because today the ideas are turning the world in a way that it creates jobs and possibilities. Also, it fosters inclusion, which is very important in entrepreneurship. We don't discuss this issue, which is very important. We still have some kind of objections regarding that, even not a clear strategy or way how we should deal with it. But I think that this kind of debates and discussions will help a lot to Inox in order to hear all the perceptions and all the experiences from different kind of ideas and approaches, in order to try together to set something that will be, again, for the future of this country, for the youngsters. I'm coming from university, from International Balkan University. I'm really glad to see that the creative potential of the students is so high, and when I see that my students leave to Germany after finishing faculty, that even hurts me more. Inox will try to also to sustain that kind of concepts that are sustaining the society development, and also offering a lot of opportunities and possibilities for students, not to accelerate, but also to help them advocate their ideas, or their small startups, or the hubs that should become more vivid, or maybe more tangible, in order not to provide just a clear mapping of the situation now, but just to have a hint how hubs initially participate in the economy. So I think that would be it. Somehow I try to summarize all, but having in mind also the disadvantages or the advantages of the decade that passed, practically.
Right.
Thank you.
Yeah, you answered both of my questions, so thank you so much. I had that in mind. So let me turn back to Gogo. Gogo, from your amazing portfolio, basically you were engaged in many activities, from operation management to startup investments, intellectual property, business valuation, innovative growth, and etc. You were managing startup centers, incubators, accelerators, and tech parks. You built a portfolio basically which is magnificent of experienced business consultant, passionate about technology and brands, and etc. And also at the beginning I mentioned that you also work as an IP consultant. So with all this in mind, what advice would you give to aspiring entrepreneurs, especially because you're involved in one beautiful environment surrounded with students with many bright minds, and you're meeting every day new ideas, new concepts that you also help them grow. But what will be your main advice, let's say, to these young people that are now challenging, and they're looking to start their ventures within this technological park environment, but also in general with their concepts?
Yeah, like you said, it's one way to say you're too old. I mean, too many years in the ecosystem. So I've started managing startup centers, and then incubators, and then accelerators and tech park. But this is my passion. I like helping entrepreneurs, and no money in the world can prevent me in doing so, because you have to have this passion inside. And today is the most favorable time for an entrepreneur to pursue his or her dreams. So technology is on your side, globalization is on your side. We have hubs, we have different stakeholders. Yeah, if you wait for all the pieces to come together, it will never happen. Like not now, not 100 years, not in US, not in China, whatever.
So to take the risk.
Take the risk, go for it, find someone who can help, find a mentor, find a colleague, find a family member, who you can rely on, and then just go for it. There will always be risk, there will be always ups and downs, but personally I like strugglers, I like hustlers, people who want to pursue their dreams. So if you know what you're going, people will help. People like my colleagues here, organizations will help. Maybe not in the right time, maybe along the way, but yeah, you will receive help and you get to your goals.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So that was a great message to our newbies, maybe new entrepreneurs that would like to pursue this. Okay, yeah, Ivan, you were involved in several activities and several initiatives that incorporates, the usage of artificial intelligence. And in one of your interviews, you said that you're using that often, you're encouraging other people to use it, which I also do with my students. I understand, these new chatbots and the artificial intelligence, a more sophisticated, algorithm that can help you, in order to craft your ideas and etc. So how do you see the artificial intelligence transforming the landscape of entrepreneurship? And what specific, maybe AI applications do you think are most beneficial for young entrepreneurs today?
Well, definitely ChatGPT, because it's the most developed one, and it can create some interesting thoughts and strategies. But of course, I give the right prompt. What are my thoughts? 2 days ago, we had like a mini networking event about the AI, and it was called AI is my employee. So it means that we won't be taken over by some robots or AI, but we will be taken over by other people and companies that are using AI tools. So as the technology is growing, when we started having the telephone or iPhones, nothing was changed. Just the tools is changed. So this is my thoughts, that people who are using AI will be more developed and they will be successful in the future. The companies that are not using, I think they will fail.
Right. So that's the future. It's inevitable, right?
And always you have to be realistic.
Okay, I really like this proverb, the famous, from the student protest in France. I said, be realistic, demand the impossible, Probably that drives future, to be realistic and to demand really the impossible, because the things that we thought are impossible 10 years ago, now they're our reality, not only 10, 5 years ago, they're part of our reality.
Young people from these Western Balkan countries also have to be realistic where they live. The circumstances that we have, so we must think ahead in the future and start using the new technologies if we want to be successful.
Absolutely. Professor Lazar, you were also one of the co-founders of Skopje Design Week. You were program director of Skopje Creative Festival, you were national coordinator of creative industries at the Ministry of Culture of Macedonia. You were also director of Museum of Contemporary Art, so you have a lot of experience in this. So I'm really curious, how do you see the role of design and visual communication in driving innovation? Or to be more precise, how do you see the role of creativity and artistic expression in fostering innovation, not only at Tinos, but also in general?
Can I combine this question with artificial intelligence?
Absolutely,
because I feel that in the fostering social innovation is important to go that. Your standing point is very interesting because every generation has its own challenges, but between this generation and the generation from the last industrial revolution, it passed almost 60 years, or to be more precise, 100 years. Practically, we are living in an era where we don't know what will happen, right? We have to start projecting our future or try to impose our future to be more closer for us, because if I talk with my students, they know how to use bots, they know how to prepare prompts, because they use artificial intelligence to write them prompts, then to put the prompts in a chatbot. So generally, the biggest issue that we are facing is into understanding what knowledge brings us, or what our great professors would say, you will know where you stand when you know how much you don't know. So generally, this philosophical approach, you don't need to know it anymore if you are using artificial intelligence, right? In this moment, it's a language learning model practically. It's using everything, and in the context of that, every consent that we gave about our pictures on social media channels, the stock images that are related, that are available practically, all of a sudden they bring a demand for more corporate usage of these kind of styles that are being just became normal. So what education, what design can do here is practically show that the demand of client is in a problem of explaining his expectations. So here lies the biggest problem, how to explain what we really need. So generally, art has proved that it's following all technological tendencies. Along with art, creativity goes, but creativity adapts. Art, on the other hand, and design, they should promote their own vision and sustain this some kind of natural qualities for creating a better life. We are overwhelmed with the huge impact of the technology everywhere, especially when you go in London, you would see the VR walls, the virtual reality walls where advertisements go, right? But then, on the other side, you get a completely compared classical sculpture or Victorian style house. You would know how to make a difference in that way. So generally, art, this is my focus now for my second PhD actually, how art can be transformed in virtual reality, and this is what I'm doing. And it's what really interests me a lot is that we don't understand really what is artificial intelligence. We are trying to involve it everywhere to see what the overcome will be, like we learned in the primary school, right? That machines will substitute people. And then the female revolution started, right? With the Rosa Luxemburg, we have different kind of social movements in the countries that appeared. So I believe this situation is very important for our society because we have to have a turnover. Finally, the knowledge should pop up, right? Because the average it was always part of a different kind of educational system. So in this manner, design is the power that can lead that transformation in order to better sustain the quality of our lives. And also, just one more thing, I know maybe I'm taking too long, but I'm used to classes of 45 minutes, I apologize for that. We reached this point because we always wanted more minimalistic, we wanted less. We wanted less because less is more, right? So we provided, we got here by ourselves, we are here. So how we will do later on? By usage. But my colleague said here, use more, try. You know, you will get the feedback that will either help you ruin your position in any discipline, but still it's a learning process. You will learn out of that.
Okay. Thank you so much for the interventions and for the thoughts that you shared. I have one more question for each one of you. Because you're involved all the time with young people. Go you with your tech park located at the university, Professor Turkoviev as well, not only in us but at the university as well, even you with the union that you created, and also you're meeting lovely people with your podcast, right? And we're really fans of your podcast, so keep doing that, we really like it. So my question is, what is our biggest advantage here in Macedonia among young people? What should we be really proud of and to embrace it in future in order to be competitive in this world stage of innovations, creations, entrepreneurial spirit, and the future, let's say. You know, what is our biggest advantage as Macedonia? Of what should we really be proud? You know, what is let's say the biggest potential that our young people are having here that we should really focus on and to use it in future?
I will be short on this just from one perspective. Young people started to collaborate. It's something that the older generations were doing. So if it doesn't matter if they're competition, they're still collaborating, this is totally another level of functioning.
Right.
So this is one of the most important things I've noticed.
Okay. Go. What do you think? What is our biggest potential?
Yeah, that's very, very tough question to pinpoint what is your nation's potential in future. But I think, in my perspective, it will be the people. People that are creative, that are innovative, that in my perspective, want to use technology and use technologies. But also something that is very unique is we are a very small market. We are born hustlers. We didn't have all the resources all the time. We didn't have all the money all the time needed. So we try to improvise, and that's an asset. In this ever-changing world, it's an asset. And I would say we'll never be on top of the game in the next years of money, resources, technology, or whatever, but we can adapt really fast. And our young generation are born first international. They're born with 2-3 language speaking, which is also an asset today in Europe. They're very keen on technology. I say any kind of technology, but particularly in software and software development. And I see the biggest potential in that. My colleagues also mentioned the freelancers. We have a very good, solid community. I think second in this part of Europe in freelancers, and they'll naturally become either entrepreneurs, either more advanced freelancers, and the future work is there. So I can see our young people, but primarily the people leading the next technology.
I will just add stubbornness that needs to be channeled.
I like that. Okay, perfect. That's a wonderful ending for our session today. Once again, I'm so grateful. I'm so humbled for your participation here. For me, it was really valuable. I learned a lot of wonderful things here. I hope also the global audience that is part of this wonderful prestigious event led by WIBEF World Business Angel Investment Forum also will have this wonderful opportunity to hear about our potential, to hear the potential of our country, the potential of Macedonia, and I'm really proud that here in Macedonia we have individuals like you that every day are contributing, to make not only our country but this planet a better place to live. And I really encourage you to continue that, because we really need your effort and everything that you're doing. So kudos go to you as well. Oh, thank you, Professor. I mean, my joy is to be among people like you. So thank you so much, and see you soon. We have a lot of events that are coming, but for me, particularly, this was the most enjoyable moment of all the sessions that we had. So thank you so much, and see you. As we conclude our sessions, our Macedonian contribution to this remarkable event, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to all the participants for their invaluable contributions. Your insights, enthusiasms, and collaborative spirit have made the World Business Angel Investor Week 2024 a truly enriching experience. I hope you have enjoyed the discussions and our keynote speeches as much as I have. Together, we have taken significant strides toward fostering a vibrant and inclusive entrepreneurial ecosystem. Thank you, and I look forward to seeing the incredible impact of our collective efforts that will bring to the world of entrepreneurship. Thank you.